Okay, so here is a fun fact nobody asks for at parties. When you sponsor someone for an employment-based green card, the government does not just want to know if your company likes them, it wants proof you can actually pay them. This is called the ability to pay requirement, and it is basically Uncle Sam saying, "Show me the money before I believe you." USCIS is not trying to be rude. They are trying to make sure nobody promises a $50,000 salary while running the company out of a garage with two folding chairs. Here's the twist most people miss. The clock on this requirement does not start when you file the green card paperwork. It starts way back on the day the labor certification was filed, sometimes years earlier. So if USCIS sends you a request for evidence, do not panic and do not treat it like a pop quiz you forgot to study for. Think of it as them asking for receipts, literally, for every year from that priority date all the way to a final decision. The most common way to answer is with net income. If your company's net income that year was equal to or greater than the offered wage, congratulations. You basically win that round without breaking a sweat. But what if net income was low or even negative, which happens more than people admit? That is when net current assets come into play, meaning your company's short-term assets minus short-term liabilities, kind of like checking your fridge instead of your bank account. Now here's where people get confused and start Googling at 2 in the morning. You do not need both net income and net current assets to be enough. You only need one of them to clear the bar for each relevant year. Small businesses often panic here because their tax returns look messy or seasonal. That is normal. Restaurants do not make the same money in January as they do in December, and USCIS actually expects that kind of realistic ebb and flow. If your company has under 100 employees, there is a nice shortcut. You can sometimes use a letter from a financial officer explaining the company's ability to pay, almost like a permission slip signed by someone with an accounting degree. But that letter alone will not save you if the numbers genuinely do not support it. Think of it like bringing a hall pass to school but still getting caught skipping class. The paper does not fix the problem underneath it. For bigger or more complex companies, tax returns, audited financial statements, or annual reports become your best friends. These documents are basically your company's diary, except instead of feelings, it just has numbers and depreciation schedules. One sneaky mistake people make is only proving payability for one single year. Remember, you need coverage for every year from the priority date until the decision, which sometimes stretches across multiple tax years like a very boring Netflix series with too many seasons. If wages were actually already being paid to the employee during that time, that helps a lot too. Real pay stubs showing real payments are basically the strongest kind of evidence, because nothing argues with a paycheck that already cleared the bank. This whole process rewards preparation more than panic. If you gather clean financial records early and think it through calmly instead of scrambling after the RFE lands, you save yourself weeks of stress and a few gray hairs. If you want to understand this stuff even more or connect with people who actually handle cases like this every day, do you want to learn more about our company? Check out our links in the description.